Today, this is what we're talking about. Make sure my thing stops. We're going to talk about different forces and energy and quality of movement, okay? So when I talk about force and energy, I mean about weight with our body. How is our body carrying its weight? And how is the gravity affecting our body, okay? So, just to break it down and make it easy for us, right here I have the word. Can someone read this word? What does this word say?
Playground.
Playground. Probably one of your favorite things to do, right? Go play on, yeah. Raise your hand if you can tell me something that is found on the playground. Malachi.
Toys?
Toys, but what kind of toys do you play on?
Sand toys?
I'm thinking more of the frames of the playground, things that you would kind of play on. I'm gonna move on. Hold on, Malachi. Yes.
Monkey bars?
Monkey bars. I'm gonna write the word monkey bars down. It is a big word. It's 2 words because it's so big. Monkey bars. And over here I have a question for you. How does it move? How does your body look like when you're on the monkey bars? Someone show me. Can you show me?
You jump off like this part of the thing, and then you go like this, trying to grab onto each bar and go all the way across.
Good. So when I'm grabbing, what word would I use for that?
Like trying to squeeze the bars.
Ring.
Grab.
Grab, but it's also an axial word that we just were trying. Yes, friend.
Stretch.
Stretch or reach. So we're reaching and pulling. Okay, so we're going to reach and pull. What's another thing that's found on the playground? Mr. Schwartz, can you help me out and maybe just call on some friends so that way I can get to know names better?
Slides.
Slide, perfect. What does it look like when we're on a slide? What does our body look like?
Justin.
And then what happens to the rest of your body? Slides down, right? That's a hard one to demonstrate. What your body's doing is going from a high to a low level and sliding down, right? Or sometimes if you have those really fun slides, it might take a turn. So you're going from a high to low level, high to low. What's something else that's found on the playground?
How about Ricky? Swings.
Perfect. I'm so glad you said that. Now this should be easy. What does it look like when you're on a swing?
How about Noah? You just like swing high and back to low, then go back to high and go back to low.
And I love that he used his words, which is great. Now can you show your body with that too? He said high to low, high to low. Good. Good. Maybe we can swing our arm. Can you swing your arm, Noah, for me? Good. Now see if you can swing your head with that. Oh, yeah. That's hard. Good. And then maybe you can do your legs, too. Good. Yes. Nice job, Noah. Thank you. That was a hard one. So we're swinging, and I like that he said high to low also. Swinging high to low. What's something else found on a playground?
Sophia.
Sandbox, but it's hard because you're right with sandbox, but when we're in the sandbox, there's not much it does for us as far as movement. What's something that moves that's on the playground?
Jada. A ladder.
Perfect. What does it look like when we're on a ladder?
Joshua.
Good, so we're climbing and reaching and pulling to a high level. Good. Now, 2 things I'm going to ask you for. 1 second, high to low. Now, I don't know if this is found on your playground because I didn't take a good look at it, but sometimes this is found on the park. And one person sits on one side and the other person rises up. Raise your hand if you can give me the word. And it does have 2 names from what I've noticed.
Charlie?
Seesaw.
Seesaw or
A teeter-totter.
a teeter-totter. So it's both words. I know we've kind of named it both. So teeter-totter. Can everybody put your arms out and show me what it looks like to teeter-totter? Good. Now everyone's doing the same. Can you try to do something a little different with the teeter-totter? Maybe forward and back. Can you try that? Different, good. So side to side, forward and back, your body's kind of moving. I kind of like that you took it up to your feet, which is nice. Good. Oh, I like that you're on your back over there teeter-tottering. Good. Nice, nice, nice. I love it. Now, this is also found, I'm not sure it's found on your playground, but somebody talked to me about yesterday. It's a pole that curls. Is that true? Do you guys have that on your playground?
Yeah.
So what does it look like when you're sliding down that curly Q pole?
Jacob.
Good. And then if it's curly though, if it's spiraling, what would your body do?
Somebody knows how to turn. Gracie.
Good. Good. So you're kind of going around and maybe you would take it all the way low too. Okay? Stand up. Let's try all of these fun ones.